7:13 on Good Morning Australia, Thursday the 7th of May, and it's a big day in Melbourne today. State of Origin Rugby League match captured all the footy attention last night, but tonight it's Melbourne's turn. Close to 100,000 footy fans are all set to pack the Melbourne Cricket Ground tonight for what's being billed as the match of the century. Australian football's most bitter rivals, Collingwood and Carlton, are set to do battle in a match celebrating the past 100 years. And to tell us more, our expert on matters football, Crackers Keenan, joins us, along with former Carlton star David Mckay from the pitch there at the MCG, where I believe it's a little bit chilly this morning, guys.
Well, it's only ordinary Mike at the moment, but we've got the Southern Stand behind us, and we believe people might be living in there at the moment just to get a good seat. Yeah, isn't it? The back row's in Hobart somewhere, isn't it?
More or less.
It's a great, actually it's like a grand final down here because, you know, they pre-sold about 2 weeks ago and, well, put it bluntly, Collingwood and Carlton hate each other's guts, and this bloke next to me, he played in, well, I suppose it was the turning point of the hatred in 1970, wasn't it?
Well, probably. That was the year that Carlton were 44 points up at half-time, and we end up winning the game. So I think Carlton and Collingwood clashes have been, I suppose, very traditional, but that one there, a lot of Collingwood supporters never really got over that one, and they probably could find a few people out there at the moment that are still here from that day.
Guys, for people outside of Victoria, I mean, why is there such rivalry between the Blues and the Pies?
I think it's probably because of the origins of the club. Carlton have always been the Liberal club, the Silvertails, whilst the Collingwood club have been the working class club, and I suppose it's really been a working class versus the Silvertails or ruling class clash, and that's the way it's always been.
Well, David, trying to say, Mike?
Sorry, Crackers, go on.
What's he trying to say is the Collingwood supporters eat their pies with the silver foil on and don't really worry about throwing it away, and the Carlton people have put sauce on their pie, you know. That's about it.
Dave, as a former Carlton player, I mean, your best memories of Collingwood must be beating them in 3 grand finals at least.
Yeah, well, I certainly, my fondest memory is the 1970 grand final, because really we were so far down at half-time that it looked like the cause was lost. But Teddy Hopkins came on and he kicked 4 goals in the second half and really reversed the trend. Ron Barassi started the handball era. In that particular game, the handball was very successful, and I think that was a terrific game. The crowd got right behind us in the second half, and it's certainly my fondest memory on this ground.
Well, let's bring it up to the current form of Carlton. I mean, these guys, they've shown a fair bit of promise. They took out the first 3 games of the season, but then they lost a series of games in a row there. I mean, what's the form at the moment with Carlton?
Well, they're struggling a bit at the moment. Last week's 46-point loss to, last Sunday's 46-point loss to Footscray was disappointing.
They're no bloody good, that's what's wrong with them, I tell you.
Well, they rely heavily on players like Silvani. They've just got Greg Williams back in the side. It was his first game after being deregistered until last week, but I think he'll play better tonight.
I wouldn't be too smart if I were you, Crackers. I mean, Collingwood's only won 4 games so far too.
Yeah, but they're going all right. At least we don't play netball skirts. You ought to see Carlton running around now. I had a look at them on Sunday, fair dinkum. They had Vegemite sandwiches at half-time. Like, Collingwood will eat them. I'll just chew them out tonight. You know why? Because they've got great people down there coaching them. Lee Matthews and his assistants.
Oh, yeah, it's on the coaching team there, Crackers. But do you reckon Collingwood's got an unfair advantage? I mean, they last played on Saturday, whereas Carlton had to front up again on Sunday. Do you think the extra day is going to make a difference in the performance tonight?
Wouldn't make much difference to us. Some of our blokes are really not real sure what day it is, but no, we're all right.
What about you, Dave? Do you reckon there's anything in that?
Well, I think Carlton will struggle to recover. They've got a few players that are not fit. Silvani is still a question mark over him. He's a very important player to Carlton. But it certainly is a disadvantage for Carlton. Parkin gave them a pretty light night last night, which I suppose he had to. But I think they'll be coming out tonight with all guns blazing. They just love playing against Collingwood. They love beating players. It's pretty Crackers. You didn't play for Collingwood. It would have been great to say you go down.
Apparently David Parkin he took the crayons off them last night, and they didn't play at their plasticine a real night. Look, Collingwood will slaughter them. Collingwood are a class act. Carlton are a mishmash of just moneyed men that have turned up to try and buy a side. They have lost their soul, Carlton Football Club, and Collingwood are magnificent.
Because you never know the Crackers never actually played for Collingwood, would you? Now, guys,
I used to barrack for them.
If you had to put your money on it, if you had to put your money on it, this should give us an honest answer. Who's going to win tonight, Crackers?
Collingwood will win. They're probably too smart and too slick around the forward line.
David?
Yeah, Collingwood on form, I think, probably will win by about 10 points. It'll be a close game, a good game, but Collingwood probably will win.
OK, well, there's a bit of a defection from the ranks there, Dave.
Well, I'd like to say Carlton, but unfortunately just on form, and Carlton's form here wasn't that good on Sunday.
All right.
So, and the fact they've only had 3 days to recover.
All will be revealed tonight. Should be a great game. See you there, guys.
See you, boy.
David Mckay and Crackers Keenan joining us live from the pitch there of the MCG for that big match between Carlton and Collingwood tonight to celebrate their 100th anniversary of the